all of you are doing well. So in today's video, I thought I would show you how to get this makeup look. This is the makeup look I put together using only drugstore products. If you do want only a minimal makeup look that's really quick and easy, I will link my lazy day makeup routine down below if you want to go check out that video. But this is a full face makeup tutorial using only drugstore products. And before we get into the video, I really quickly want to say that if you don't want to wear makeup in school, whether you're in middle school, high school, college, even if you're not in school, if you don't want to wear makeup, don't wear makeup. If you want to wear a ton of makeup, wear a ton of makeup. Just don't let anyone tell you what to wear, how much you should wear. Do what you want to do what makes you feel most comfortable and confident. So I just thought I would say that, but if you want to see how to get this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm starting off with my eyes. That way if any eyeshadow falls out onto my face, I can just wipe it off. So I like to start by priming my eyes. I use a concealer. This is the NYX HD concealer and my shade is 02 Fair. And I like using a concealer because it hides any veins I might have on my eyelids and it creates a really nice base for the eyeshadows. And also I use this to conceal my under eyes and any spots I have. So it's kind of like a 3-in-1, which is awesome. So I just like to start off by putting one swipe on each eyelid and then I will blend it in with a concealer brush. But you could of course always use your fingers if you don't have a brush. Next, I'm taking a translucent powder, and this one is from Maybelline, and I'm just going to take a setting brush by Real Techniques. Real Techniques has awesome brushes, and I'm just going to swirl it and then set the concealer so that it doesn't crease. And also, setting the concealer will help the eyeshadows blend a lot smoother. Alright, so for eyeshadows, I'm taking this NYX eyeshadow in Strike a Pose. It's just a really nice medium tone brown shade, and I'm taking it on a fluffy blending brush, and I'll just be putting that in my crease. So for my next eyeshadows, I'm taking this eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. and it's called Need It Nude. And it's $10 with 10 eyeshadows and it looks like this. It has really good contrast. I will be starting with this shade right here. It's like a shimmery champagne shade. And I find that these apply best with the fingers. So I'm just taking my ring finger and putting it on my lid. For the next eyeshadow, I'm taking this shimmery shade right here. It's kind of like a rose gold mauve, and I'm taking it and putting it on the outer half of my lid. So I'm moving on to the face now. I'll go back to the eyes later, but I'm just using this L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade C2. This foundation is great. It has pretty good coverage, and there are like a ton of options for shades. So I'm gonna go ahead, I put my finger on the top and give it a shake, and then I just dot it all over my face. And to blend that in, I'm using a damp beauty blender. But if you wanted to save some money, you could get the Real Techniques one. It's like a lot cheaper. I do prefer this one like 10 times more. But if you want to save some money, you can try this one out. So now I'm going back to this concealer and I will be concealing my under eyes to hide any darkness. And I'm just going to do like the triangle motion. Like that. And then I will be going with the beauty blender and blending it in. The beauty blender does like the best job at blending in foundation and concealer into your skin. And if you want to use a brush for foundation, I highly recommend the Real Techniques stippling brush. This one does a really good job at putting on foundation. So we don't want our under eyes to crease, so I'm going back in with this powder and brush, and I will be setting the concealer. And then to set the foundation, I'm using the same powder, but just with a big fluffy brush. Next, I'm going in with that first eyeshadow that we used, and I'm taking a pencil brush, and I will just be putting this on my lower lash line to kind of define the eyes a little bit more, make it more smoky, and kind of balance out the eyeshadow. Now it's time to bronze the face, and I will also be contouring my nose with this. This is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is the best bronzer I've ever tried, and it smells so good. It looks great. It's like a powder, but it's so smooth that it's almost like a cream because it blends so nicely. So I will just be taking a tapered face brush and bronzing up my face. So I'm just taking that same bronzer with a fluffy angled blending brush, and I'll be lightly tapping it in there and then contouring my nose. This is of course optional, but I just like to make my nose look a little bit more slim. So next is blush, and I of course have to use the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. It's my favorite blush of all time. And I'm just using a Real Techniques blush brush to apply it to my cheeks. So next is highlight, and I have these, what are these? These are the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminators. I have this one in rose and this one in golden rose. I think I'm going to use the more golden one. So I'm just going to take my e.l.f. tapered brush and just kind of get all the colors on there and then put it on my cheekbones. And then I'm also going to take it and put it on the top of the bridge of my nose. And then I will be taking it on my pinky finger and kind of just putting it on the tip of my nose. This will just make my nose look even more slim. And then I'll also put it on the Cupid's bow a little. So now I'm going in with the eyebrows. So for the eyebrows, I like to use creams and waxes. You can also use pencils, you can use powders, you can use eyeshadows. I just like to use this cream by e.l.f. It's a lock-on liner and a brow cream. So it's like a 2-in-1. I think it's like $4, which is pretty good. So I like to use this, and then a brush I like to use with it is this e.l.f. Duo Eyebrow Brush. It has a spoolie, so I just take this spoolie and brush my eyebrows to get them in the shape and kind of like placement I want them to be. And then I use the brush side to fill them in. I'm using this e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. I think this is like $2 and it's the best. So I'll just be setting my eyebrows. So next eyeliner, I'm going back in with my e.l.f. palette because I'm not the biggest fan of eyeliner, but I have been taking like a dark brown on like an angled brush like this and putting it on my top lash line to give some definition to the eyes. And I really like using an eyeshadow with a brush like this because it like really softens up the eyeliner so that it isn't too harsh. And it's really easy to apply compared to a liquid liner. So now it's time for mascara, and I do have eyelash extensions on my top lashes and they're starting to fall out because I'm on week 3, but I will be putting mascara on my lower lashes, and this is my all-time favorite mascara. This is by CoverGirl and it's called Lash Blast Length. I have not seen this in the stores recently. I will link it down below on Amazon. So yeah, I'll be putting this on my lower lashes. So now it's time for lips, and I do like to line my lips just a little bit so that they look a little bit more full. This is the NYX lip liner in number 860 Peekaboo Natural. And for my lips, I'm going to be using one of these. These are the tinted lip balms from Burt's Bees. In high school and middle school, I was definitely a lip balm kind of girl. I didn't really wear lip gloss or lipstick. I just was really worried that if I wore like lipstick, it would I'd be worried about it fading throughout the day. And lip balms are just really easy to apply and like touch up because you don't even need a mirror. So I will be using this one. It's called Zinnia, and I really like these because they're moisturizing, they're lip balms, but they still add a little bit of color. So I'll just be putting this on my lips. My completed makeup tutorial on this look for back to school using only drugstore products. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. I hope you guys are having an amazing school year, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!